Hello, I'm the first affirmative speaker, Jack Han. Today's motion is that driverless vehicles are a good idea. And indeed, they are. Let me define the keywords in this motion. Driverless vehicles, sometimes called autonomous vehicles, according to the Hong Kong Legislative Council policy on that, means a range of things from system which helps drivers only with some tasks like lane keeping, cruise control, or parking. Systems which replace drivers except in emergency, to those which can completely replace drivers. It isn't an all or nothing proposition. The other keywords are of course good idea, which can probably be best exemplified by asking ourselves whether other advanced technologies are a good idea. For example, isn't going to Mars a good idea? And what about hydrogen-fueled vehicles, which only emit pure water as exhausts? Do these and other advanced technologies come with initial dangers which need to be overcome? Yes. But does the eventual overall benefit outweigh these risks? Most certainly. The affirmative team line: save lives, save the environment, drive driverless. Today I will point out how driverless vehicles are safer, and our second speaker will point out how they are better for the environment. Driverless vehicles are safer than conventional vehicles. Indeed, according to Hong Kong legislative policy of then, driverless vehicles eliminate human errors, blame for most accidents. In fact, in 2019, according to Road Traffic Authority statistics, almost a quarter of local traffic accidents were caused by drivers driving inattentively. It is one area where driverless vehicles can improve safety because unlike human drivers, autonomous driving systems don't get tired or let their attention stray. These systems don't get distracted by pretty scenery or other drivers. They don't get emotional like we do. You don't see autonomous driving system in road rage incidents. Autonomous driving systems do what they are programmed to do: drive safety without distraction. I remind you of our team line: save life, save the environment, drive drivers.
Hello, I'm the second affirmative speaker, May Chen. I will further advance our team line: save lives, save environment, drive driverless. Let me rebut the first negative speaker's claim that driverless vehicles put human lives at risk. Maybe so, but not as much as vehicles with drivers who can be inattentive, tired, or even drunk. None of which you can accuse an autonomous driving system of being. Indeed, according to QA UK, autonomous vehicles can be trained to be safer than human-controlled cars. With sensors and cameras, they can enhance the safety of a driver as well as pedestrians by eliminating human error. However, in addition to safety, driverless vehicles are more environmentally friendly than conventional alternatives. Indeed, according to Journal Trade in Green Journal UK 2020, self-driving cars will drive closer together, moving in a pattern style to get people to their final destinations more quickly and sustainably. In fact, this close-knit commute could reduce vehicles' energy usage by up to 25%. A corner lacks fuel use. Now, that's a good idea. Jenna also notes that driverless vehicles handle the road more wisely and interact with each other to drive smarter. Good ideas, right? Moreover, According to J. Wortman, an expert in this area, in the September 2016 edition of Time magazine, automated vehicles could reduce energy consumption in transportations by as much as 90%. Reduce fuel consumptions by 90%. Now, isn't it a really good idea for our world and environment? It must also be noted that the outstanding environmental credentials of driverless vehicles in reducing vehicles' energy use by between 25 and a staggering 90% move us closer to achieving several of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, namely, in moving closer to achieving Goal 11 Sustainable Cities and Communities and Goal 13 Climate Action, while also fostering further achievements towards achieving Goal 9, which relates to industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Our team line again: save lives, save the environment, driverless.
Hello, I'm the third affirmative speaker, Teddy Tan. The affirmative has argued in support of an unassailable team line: save lives, save the environment, driverless. Let me rebut the second negative speaker's claim that drivers might take less care to avoid crashing into driverless vehicles, especially if they have no passengers. I doubt this fear is really warranted. After all, don't drivers slow down more when they suspect speed cameras than just police officers, regardless of whether they are autonomous or handheld speed cameras? Driverless vehicles like aircraft would have a black box of information that could help pinpoint the cause of accident beyond doubt. Wouldn't this make most drivers even more wary of them than vehicles driven by human drivers? We, the affirmative, have argued today that driverless vehicles are a good idea. Our first speaker pointed out how driverless vehicles are safer, how this outlined in an electrical policy document that eliminate human errors plate for most accidents. How the almost 1/4 of local road accidents caused by inattentive driving could be avoided with driverless vehicles, because driverless vehicles do what they are programmed to do without human emotion, tiring or getting distracted. Our second speaker next pointed out how driverless vehicles are better for the environment. How Green UK reported that they would use 25% less fuel, and how Time magazine reported that they would use up to 90% less energy. Our second speaker also noted that outstanding environmental credential of driverless vehicles with us closer to achieving some of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, namely, in moving us closer to achieving Goal 11 Sustainable Cities and Communities and Goal 13 Climate Action, while also fostering further achievement towards achieving Goal 9, which relates to industry, innovation, and infrastructure. You see, our team's arguments have been based around two really good ideas, namely, driverless vehicles are safer and driverless vehicles are more environmentally friendly. So, what's not to like? Driverless vehicles are a good idea. Let me finish with our team line: save lives, save the environment, driverless.